Results in the commercial auto insurance segment have significantly lagged behind those of the overall property casualty industry in the last decade, although 2021 represented a bright spot for the industry. Here to talk about an AM Best report on how the segment is faring in 2022 is Christopher Graham, Senior Industry Analyst at AM Best. And Chris, commercial auto writers had their best year in about a decade in 2021. What should we expect in 2022?
2022 is shaping up to be a not so good year for commercial auto. What we've seen through 9 months, the loss ratio is 6 points higher than at the same time in 2021. Actually, 2022 is more on par with 2018 losses through 9 months, which turned out to be a very bad year for commercial auto insurers, with a combined ratio in 2018 of 108 and a net underwriting loss of about $3.3 billion. So that's kind of where we are for 2022, heading in that direction.
So what are some of the issues that are impacting these commercial enterprises that are also influencing the insurance markets?
Like most of the economy, it's supply chain disruptions and repair costs, and regular economic inflation. All of this is driving up, the cost of vehicles, the cost to repair them, the cost to rent them, and then when you get into bodily injury losses on the liability side, you're dealing with longer hospital stays, increased hospital costs, and increased rehabilitation costs.
So Progressive's market share significantly jumped last year. What was behind that, and what should we expect?
Yeah, look, Progressive had the capacity to do it. From 2017 through 2020, if you look at the writers that had excess of $1 billion in net premium written, Progressive over that time period, their worst combined ratio was 90%. For the other large insurers, the best year was 95%. So they were that much ahead of the rest of the industry as other insurers cut back on their policies because of their poor results. Progressive was able to absorb it in 2021. Even though their net combined ratio ticked up a bit, they're still way ahead of most of the rest of the industry.
Now, reserves have consistently needed strengthening. Is that just the result of poor reserving practices?
Likely not. This is an interesting one. More than any other line of insurance, commercial auto seems to have been hit the hardest by social inflation in jury awards and settlements of claims as a result of cases that set precedent. The Casualty Actuarial Society published a study on this during the past summer, and they really found how bad the social inflation was causing lags in ultimate losses reaching their ultimate level. So until the social inflation settles, it's going to be difficult for the insurers to get a good estimate on the loss amount. So this is something that we could see continued again, especially in our current overall economic situation. We might be prone to even more social inflation, which would lead to more reserve strengthening.
Chris, so glad you could join us today.
Thank you, John.
You can find the full report online at ambest.com. For AM Best TV, I'm John Weber.